The Soviets have managed to reinforce their positions at the Bolshaya-Babka River. I don't think we are getting through there, although parts of our division have already received orders to try again in the afternoon. The situation on the front line is still very tense, especially with the Soviet 21st Army on the attack since the early morning hours. But we have stabilized the situation enough that we can attempt to relieve our encircled troops at Ternovaya. Those guys have been surrounded since the beginning of the Soviet offensive and cannot hold out much longer without reinforcements. They depend on our help. We will try to smash through the Soviet defenses near Petrovka. If we are able to achieve a decisive breakthrough, we might reach Ternovaya before the Soviet command has time to react. Hello there, and welcome to another mission in our Operation Fredericus campaign in Steel Fury Kharkov 1942. So, another day, another attack. What are we doing today? Our garrison at Ternovaya is in encirclement since the start of the Soviet offensive, and the frontline situation is stabilized enough that we can try to reinforce them, to relieve them. So to achieve that, we first have to break through the Soviet defense line. And we have one portion of the defense line here in front of us. We have a few tanks attacking directly from the front, and then we have a lot of forces attacking from the flank. Our goal is to roll up this defense line and open up the road that leads further east. Okay, so let's try to do that. I think I will actually try to use the tree lines here and here as much as possible to shield me from possible enemy AT guns. I suspect there will be some of those. And I of course don't want to get hit. With us we have quite a few troops. Here's a Panzer IV F1. I did see a Panzer IV F2. Yes, back there. A few half-tanks. Panzer Grenadiers. So, everything that we need. Okay. I didn't want to do that, but yeah, happened. You shouldn't knock down trees, because it gives away your position. So now I'll take direct control of the tank and I'll drive this thing up to the engagement. So this tree line in front of me, yes, I will try to stay on the west side of this tree line until this crossroads here. There I will switch to the north side of this tree line. Ah, the fighting is starting. What's happening over there? Okay, that's my tanks that are going for the frontal assault. Let's keep going then. Yeah, Panzer Grenadiers, oh, they are unloading, but they are coming under heavy fire. Not good. Okay. It seems as if there are no enemies on the northern side of the tree line that is running towards the east, so I will switch over here already. And we have a tank on fire. Oh, damn it. That's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, let's go this way. And now I will get back into the tank. This is getting too dangerous to be out here. So now we have to figure out what's going on by just looking through these little vision slits here. One of the biggest problems you have in a tank is vision. What is going on around me, where is everybody, stuff like that. It's very hard to do in a tank. I'll try to use this little depression here as a basis to advance up the hill. Okay, let me switch over to the gunner and let me load high explosive. I suspect I'll need it. Okay, let's hold here for a moment and have a quick look around. What's going on everywhere? AT gun. Range, about 5. Oh, never mind. What's that? I think that's an AA gun. We have to kill it fast. I think that was a direct hit on the weapon, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that went over. No driver, I don't know what the driver is doing sometimes. Oh no. Okay, that was a good hit on the gun, I guess. Let's do another one. Make sure that this thing is really taken out. Enemies everywhere. Okay, this tank is going. I'll cover it. Or I'll try to cover it. Okay, let's go. Assault. Oh, there's a big crater blown into the soil here. I don't want to drop into that. Okay, skirted it. Okay, I have to speed across this field here, because this would be too much of a bumpy ride to fight effectively. I can, however, offer some suppression. Let me switch to my commander. I need to see what's going on. Okay, Panzer Grenadiers left of me, that's good. Tank on my right side. Okay. I'll advance to the end of the field. Enemy infantry, that's fine. What's going on over there? Okay, switch back to my gunner. Slow advance. Hold. Enemies in trenches. Let's decimate them. I need to protect this Panzer IV up there. Keep the infantry down and in cover. AT rifle back there. Got them three. Slow advance. Okay, let's roll up the trench. Suppression and advance. I wish the Panzer IV had a better suspension system. This thing is not made to fire on the move. What the hell's going on there on the left flank? I heard some shooting and there's a half-track on fire. Okay, that is why vision is important. You need to know what's going on around you. And right now, I think something's going on my left. So I'm reversing away from the enemy infantry. Open up some distance for me. Shit. Hold. Enemy tanks ahead. God damn it, where are they? Somewhere over here. Yeah, somewhere up there is an enemy tank. There, it's advancing. There we go. There you are. What's that? There's a half-track in front of me. Half-track, get away. I might have to fire through you. Hit! Destroyed. Wow. Okay, more enemy tanks apparently on the right side here. I'm hit. I'm hit by something. Hold for a moment. Okay, right in front of me here. And I think I'm getting hit. Okay, let's advance. I'll try to take them out. Right now, this situation is not helping me if I stay down here. Halt. That thing's on fire. There's something moving. Blind fire. There's one. T60. Good hit. That should shut up the gun. At least. No. Another good hit. Enemy tank. Destroyed. Any more tanks? Let's reverse. And I'll switch over to my commander. Quick look on the map. Oh yes, enemy tank. Oh, T-34 directly in front of me. That's not what I want to see. That was a good hit. Turret ring. Yeah, it's on fire. Okay, let's load high explosive again. God damn it, this enemy counterattack really messed me up. Switch back to my commander. Anything else? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go for our original plan to get the enemy infantry out of their trenches. Mission complete. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. According to the map. Hard to say, but one thing is for certain, there's a lot of dead infantry soldiers everywhere. The enemy armored counterattack really messed up our forces. There we go. Look at that back there. So many burning tanks. Yeah, the enemy trenches seem to be empty. So this is indeed a victory. I suspect it's a costly one. But we'll see in a moment. Let's advance to the end of the defense line here. Wow. That's some serious carnage here. Okay, let's have a look into our statistics. So, we fired 22 shots, fired 757 rounds from our machine gun. We scored 15 hits, took no hits in return, fortunately. We destroyed 4 targets and killed 19 enemy soldiers. We destroyed one 37mm anti-aircraft gun. We destroyed one Mark III Valentine II tank. And we destroyed 2 T-60s. So we were not credited with the kill on the T-34. I wonder why that is. We'll have a look. We will have a look. Let's actually go through all the units really quick. So, first of all, I want to have a look at this thing. The 37mm anti-aircraft gun. Let me disable the overlays here. This thing... Let me get it into a better light. This thing here is the definition of evil. If you see one of those, kill it. Immediately. Don't hesitate. If there's an enemy tank facing you, and at the same time one of these things, kill this one first. Because these things, these anti-aircraft guns, at this engagement range here of roughly 400 to 500 meters, they will have no trouble penetrating your armor, even frontally. They will go through. And the thing with anti-aircraft guns is that they are designed to be, well, semi-accurate and fast firing. So this thing will pump shells into your tank like you wouldn't believe. It will make Swiss cheese out of you. So kill it and make sure it's dead. I mean, look how many hits this thing took. Bullets, yeah, a lot of bullet hits, but also a few high explosive shells. Kill these things. Okay, let's continue. What else do we have? Another one. Oh, okay, they had 2 of those. This one was apparently hosed down with bullets, or maybe shrapnel shells landed around it and killed the crew. What else? Ah, yes, a Valentine. Did I kill that? No, Panzer IV F1. I didn't pay attention to my on-call sign. Let's just do that. Okay, I'm Leopard 6. Good to know. Okay, this Valentine up here. What killed you? You took only 1 hit, and that hit came in from a Panzer IV F1 at a range of 428 meters. Penetrated right through, killed the driver, the gunner and the commander. Destroyed the engine, blew up the ammunition, and destroyed the radio. So these tanks, these Valentine tanks, they are British tanks delivered to the Soviet Union as part of the Lend-Lease agreement. The Soviet Union, well, they made good use of the Lend-Lease equipment they received, including these tanks. But yeah, the Valentine, the armor is okay, it's nothing great. Let's continue to look here. Here we have another Valentine. This one was hit or killed by who? By Leopard 7. Panzer IV F2. Panzer IV F2 shot this thing. And Panzer Grenade 40 from a 3.5 centimeter gun into the turret. So this was one of the half-tracks. Yeah, one of the half-tracks, or a few of the half-tracks took shots at this thing, but what killed it in the end was this shell going through the lower plate, killing the driver, the gunner and the commander, and also setting the ammunition on fire. But wait a second. Didn't I kill that Valentine earlier? Killed by Panzer IV F1. No, killed by Panzer IV F2. Oh, I read that wrong. So yes, this was actually my kill here. Okay. At the range of 428 meters, straight through. No problem. It blew up nicely. Okay, coming back to this one. Yeah, okay, this one was killed by another tank. What else do we have on the field? The enemy had 76.2mm regimental cannons. So these old little things can still pack quite a punch, don't get me wrong. These things are dangerous, especially at short range. But you can see that they are old. What else? Another one, okay. Killed by one of the Panzer IV F1s with a nice big high explosive shell. What else is there? Oh, okay, we are coming to one of my own tanks that has been actually destroyed. And this will be interesting to see what destroyed it. Okay, it got taken out by one of the Valentines actually. So yes, the Valentine can be dangerous. It got a really nice shot into the side at a range of 470 meters. Driver, gunner, loader, machine gunner. So only the commander managed to escape from this tank. Everybody else was killed. Poor guys. I hope the commander is still alive somewhere. Another Panzer IV F1. This one has been abandoned. And, well, just as I mentioned it, the regimental cannons can be dangerous. Here a tank was killed by one. Ah yes, okay, a shell landed on the engine deck. Actually, this looks like a high explosive shell. Yeah, this is a high explosive shell. It landed on the engine deck and set the engine on fire. That's quite an unlucky hit, I have to say. Oh wait, it didn't even land directly on the engine deck, it impacted on the lower corner of this storage container on the back of the turret, and the explosion then went downwards into the engine and set it on fire, and the crew decided to abandon the vehicle. What else do we have? Another abandoned Panzer IV. So the tanks that went for the frontal assault actually suffered. And to illustrate what I said earlier about the anti-aircraft gun, look at this. Oh my god. Every single one of these hits penetrated. At a range of about 450 to 500 meters. Every single hit a penetration. Every single time a shell going inside the tank. The loader got killed. Yeah, that was one of these hits here. And this hit here into the side damaged an ammunition rack. But my guess is that after being Under so intense fire, the rest of the crew decided to bail. Yeah, anti-aircraft guns. Pure evil. Kill 'em. What else is there? So, another Panzer IV that has been abandoned. Oh my god, I see a trend here. And I don't like it. So this thing had a few grenades thrown at it. I guess it came too close to a trench. A 37mm, so the anti-aircraft gun took one shot at this thing before it was silenced, I guess. Yeah, but then... Okay, here are some more hits from the anti-aircraft gun. One of those actually damaged the transmission. But what really did this vehicle in, I guess, was this hit down here. How did that happen? Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is looking a bit weird because the wheel was turning. So I guess this hit should be up here somewhere. That's my best guess for the moment. A hit came in, penetrated the lower hull and killed the driver, the commander, the loader and the machine gunner. So only the gunner was still alive. The track was blown off and the transmission was destroyed. Yeah, the gunner has his hatch open, he escaped. And the kill was made by one of the Valentine tanks. So the Valentine tanks caused quite some damage. At least 2 tanks taken out by them. This here is me, yes. Let's look at the next tank. This one has been immobilized at some point. The track has been blown off, but they have repaired it already. They have also taken some 20mm hits from the T-60s, I guess. However, they managed to repair everything. Yeah, but this tank too was shot at by one of the Valentines. And if the Valentine had aimed a bit higher, we might be looking at another dead tank. We were fortunate here. The Valentine have a nice advantage in that they have a high rate of fire. So that can be very beneficial for them. A destroyed half-track. I would say 76mm, I would say destroyed by the T-34 in conjunction with a Valentine. The Valentines really did so much damage. The high rate of fire, yeah, really had an impact here. Another destroyed half-track, so the half-tracks really suffered. This one got hit by a 37mm briefly, that was one of the AA guns. A Valentine shot into the side, actually killed the driver. Once again, one of the Valentines. And one of the T-60s with its 20mm gun peppered the whole front and took out the weapon. Another half-track that has been abandoned. This one has been hit by the anti-aircraft gun a little bit, at least once. A few bullets, an AT rifle hit, some AT rifle hits actually. Okay, ruptured fuel tank, more bullets, grenades. So this half-track and its crew had a very miserable time in general. Another one, you can see that this one, after advancing onto the enemy, probably decided that it shouldn't be that close to them. AT rifle hits, 20mm hits from one of the T-60s, one 76mm hit from God knows what, maybe the T-34, maybe one of the regimental cannons. Yeah, not a good time for those guys either. Another half-track, this one is actually still operational, oh my god. It was hit however, so the engine was damaged or even destroyed, I don't know. By what though? By an AT rifle. Okay, I guess that's the reason why the crew is still alive. They it quotes only got hit by an AT rifle. Another half-track. This one seems to be fine. The track was blown off by a grenade at some point. They did, however, already repair it. Another half-track abandoned. You can see why. Quite a few 20mm hits. A T-rifle hit actually went through the engine block. My guess is that it only damaged the engine instead of destroying it, because obviously it was still able to drive and turn. Or was it? Maybe the T-rifle was right here. Who knows? Ah, we come to the T-34. At least to one of those. Is it the one that I nailed? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it definitely is. So now we can see who fired on this thing and who should get credited for the kill. And I see my hit going here into the turret ring. Now that actually disabled the gun. So, great job there. But then again, somebody else took a shot. Because you see, my hit here was done at a range of 110 meters. And somebody else fired at 219 meters. Penetrated the side of the vehicle. The shell continued inside where it detonated. Killed the whole crew and set a really nice fire. So I don't know who this kill belongs to, but yeah, it wasn't me. Somebody else actually delivered the fatal shot. Who else do we have? Oh, one of the little T-60s. That one was killed by me. This is the one where I shot into the turret a few times. And we can see... We can see that one shot apparently went straight through the turret without doing any damage. That was my first shot, yeah. You can see there's actually two penetrations. So the shot came in here and exited out the other side without doing any damage. With the T-60's paper-thin armor, shots can penetrate the whole vehicle without exploding inside. So they punch through before the fuse has time to ignite the shell, and yeah. Then you don't do as much damage as you should. But then I had two more hits, of which one didn't do anything, but one actually killed the gunner and took out the turret. The driver then went out and bailed. This T-60 here, killed by me as well. Ah yes, that was the T-60 that was peeking over the ridge. Okay, yes, this was the hit where I put in one shot and the whole thing blew up. You can see here, my shell went into the cheek of the turret, detonated inside, immediately killed both crew members, destroyed the engine, destroyed the ammunition, and the tank blew up. Anything else? What else do we have? So this is the last unit on the field, another T-60. I did not have anything to do with the demise of this one. A shell came in onto the turret hatch here, and that actually killed the gunner and destroyed the turret. Another shell came in from the side here, killed the driver and destroyed the engine as well. So, back to my own tank. I have to say, we have been both lucky and unlucky in this mission. So our initial attack went very well, I think. We started to roll up the enemy's positions from the flank. Textbook really. But maybe it was all a trap, because then from our flank came in the enemy tanks. And especially those two Valentines, they took out a lot of my forces. We also lost a few tanks to AT guns or AA guns. So all in all, we suffered some heavy losses. However, our tank didn't get hit. We are still alive. We can continue our offensive. And we'll see how that goes in the next mission. So thank you all very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, maybe you consider subscribing to the channel. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Goodbye.